In this video, we're going to look at the topic of studies, which is very common in the IELTS speaking test. The examiner might ask you in part 1 what subject you study. So if you're at university, you will name your major. If you are a high school student, then you can name the different subjects that you study at high school. The examiner will want you to give a little bit more detail about the subjects. So, for example, if you're at university, you might talk about the different courses that you take. If you're at high school, you might talk about which subjects you particularly like or particularly dislike and say why. The examiner might also ask you about the place where you study. So think here about the different buildings, think about the different facilities that your school or university has. So for example, library, canteen, some sports facilities. Some universities are on very large campuses and even have their own shops, for example. The examiner might ask you why you chose your university subject or your major. It's probably better to give more than one reason, because we don't usually choose our major for one reason alone. So you might mention that maybe your parents told you to study this subject. You might say that you are particularly interested in this subject and then say why. You might say that perhaps your teacher recommended that you study this subject, or perhaps someone else had an influence on you.